Hi, it's Anne, 20-something and still looking for a way in life. Today I decided to make a coaster with a new mold that I received not too long ago. I want to have a really thick foliage in it and maybe have a layer of either gold or some really light pink or green underneath and have these ones on top after a layer has settled. Put them on top and put them up transparent and clear, and maybe add some gold pieces or something else. I have yet to figure it out. But in terms of the placement, I will go with something like this. Just need to cut them all. Something that I want to also try is to make a gold rim on the outside, just to have some contrast on it. I really like the flowers that have yet to bloom, and it looks really pretty. But since this one is so long, it's gonna be a centerpiece. I think I will still go with the gold just for the contrast. I should be thinking of less is more. This is something I always struggle with. Less is more, because I always want to add more as details. And it's gonna be quite packed with the flowers because I want to use all of them just for the layering effect and stuff like that. But first I'm gonna put this gold on the rim with a brush. Hopefully that's gonna look nice, because I did try it before with this and I think the effect came out really well. And it's not coming out as long as I'm gonna mix my resin well. I kind of like the way it went over the rim and into the actual mold. I think it will give some contrast. Okay, since it spilled a bit over here, I'm gonna put more, and I think that's gonna be the highlight. And that way I can stick with just transparent maybe. But I do want to have a little bit of a pop-up of a color to make it all like bush, like I don't know how to explain it, but this will also help because I already messed up and should have just it to myself, but it's okay. This look is really popular, I think. I've seen it done many times with the green, with the golden rim and just the flowers inside. But I feel like the majority of them look one-dimensional, and I'm trying to see if I can make something that will look a bit more dimensional than this. Yeah, I think that would work. It's not perfect, but it's a try. We will try. And I'm excited about this mold. I don't know if I want to go this way or this way. I actually don't like how there's like 3 lines. I'm gonna put some more gold. Come on, separate a bit. It's really stuck in there, isn't it? Huh. Well, now we learn that wherever you're gonna put it, it's gonna be there. But if we just bring it up, oh yeah, this will show you. And I think it will separate a bit once you actually put the transparent in there. So I need to see how that's gonna go. Now that it has a gold, I think a little bit of gold will pop up from the top. Yeah, I will just stick with transparent. It's gonna make easier process for me right now. This gold will pop up. At least I want to believe. I will be a believer. Something that I want to try to see if easily is that I mixed my thing well. I measured it really well, and if it's not gonna come out, it's still pretty damn bubbly in there. It has like a lot, but I think the bubbles even out once you actually pour them in and let it sit just for a bit while it's in a smaller and thinner layer. It will let some of the bubbles out. So that's my hope. So I'm gonna put in the first layer just to let it do its thing, hopefully. Let's see if that's gonna work. It is really bubbly. This is the first time I actually not gonna have enough resin. But yeah, I'm not. Jesus. Okay, then I need to work faster. Okay, let me just... Ooh! Just to make sure it covers up all the corners. Come on. And you better not have any bubbles. Like, what the hell? Okay. I mixed in some resin and I'm letting it sit. Well, I want to see if I can do something about the bigger bubbles on this one. There is still some, so there is not much you can do, especially on the rim. There is quite a lot of them, but at least I'm just gonna try to get the bigger ones, just to see if it's even possible. There's a piece of hair that fell in. This, it will teach me some patience in terms of not being afraid of messing around with the resin for a long time. While mixing the resin, I spilled some on the floor, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get it out eventually. I still want to slowly just realize how can I make sure that no bubbles will get into it. Sometimes when I make stuff by myself without filming, or I sometimes do resin with my friend because we kind of enjoy it. They used to do nails on themselves, so they are a bit more knowledgeable when it comes to this type of craft, and they tell me new little techniques or how I should possibly approach it, so I get some of my information from there. But when we do it together, we come out with results which are palatable. This one has not a lot of bubbles, and it's a new thing that I tried. It looks kind of bad on the camera now that I look at it. The mica is not mixed in because I poured in the entire thing in transparent, put mica in it, and just mixed them all together within a mold. And that's the reason it has little patches here and there, but I'm gonna explore something like this. But what I do want you to understand is that it barely has any bubbles, and the actual solution that we had in the big cup had barely any bubbles, and that was really exciting to see. I thought I wasn't onto something. I was mixing for a really long time. We let it sit for a bit. We were not in a rush. At that point, it barely had any bubbles, and I was so excited. I was like, finally got it. And apparently I didn't, so especially with this one. So I'm just gonna see if I can put a little bit of golden just for little specks. Oh, open the mica the wrong way. Oh god. And now I'm covered in it. Oh no, well. Can you please fall down really nicely? Yes, that's nice. That's nice. A little bit of speck here and there. Not a lot, just a little bit. Oh, some of it still kind of big. Uh-huh, there we go. Oh. Is it open? Oh no. Well, this is the situation we're working with, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna just like, since we've got into it, so I'll need to think how I can mix it up. Oh god, the whole idea just went down the drain. Okay, just don't panic, and 2 swirls. 2 swirls. We'll find out if that will lead to something. Well, we spoke about an organic, and I guess this is as organic as it's gonna go. Accidents happen, and we just have to go with them. I let it sit for a bit, and I just want to make sure that I still have enough time. Okay, let's just put it in. We'll be fine. Oh god. Excuse me, what is this? What is this white little piece of shit? It's like a piece of a thread. Okay, no, that's not allowed. Okay, that's number 1. A bit crooked, but we can work with it. Maybe it will come out good with that gold. Okay, I'm actually kind of excited now, because I kind of assumed it's gonna be a failure just because of that little mistake. But maybe it is still salvageable. I enjoy the process of going outside and actually gathering the flowers for myself. I have a few ones that I bought, but also I would rather go out and actually choose the flowers I most prefer. It is better on my wallet. It gets me outside. I find out like new little details about my own neighborhood, which I might have ignored before. And it just makes you feel more in the moment. Sometimes it's really weird when I'm bent down next to a lavender bush in a Lidl and people stare at me because I keep snapping their flowers, and Lidl doesn't seem to mind because I go back there and get myself a coffee with protein. So I think a little bit of sacrifice of lavender will be okay with Lidl. But these exact flowers, they are right next to my gym, so I see them almost every day, and they are still in bloom, and they have some colors to it. Some of them have a bit of a more pink to it, some of them are just pure white, which is weird because I only gathered the white ones, but they all, after they dry, get a little bit more pink undertone. I'm fine with this, and I will keep it as is. I'll just press on it a little bit more, and then pour in the resin, which hopefully now has less bubbles. It's warm to the touch. I wonder if it's like a curing process that's happening. I'm not really aware of the chemical situation that's happening within resin, so if you do know something, please let me know. But for now, I'm just gonna push it in and see. I'm trying to find out about everything by my own experience. I sometimes stumble upon information, like a reel pops up. I will watch it. Sometimes I will learn from it, and sometimes I won't. But I do soak up information quite easily when it comes to it, and I will implement it without knowing that I did, which I personally not really a fan of, because I just want to learn everything organically and just see how that's gonna go with me. That's what the whole process of learning from mistakes. That's my goal in general, and especially as long as in terms of techniques, and we all will be inspired by something we see. Maybe if we don't understand that we got inspired, we'll be like, yeah, I have this idea, and I think I come out with it all by myself. In reality, you saw a person make something, and then you're like, yes, my idea. What I'm trying to say, I will get influenced by different creators. I will get influenced by people being creative outside and just teaching people like me who should be actually looking at tutorials before doing all of this. And hopefully that will be one way that I'm getting better from having direct knowledge from people who do know. And maybe one day, hopefully, I'll get my first comment of someone who's knowledgeable saying, hey, you've been absolute dumbass doing this. And I'm like, absolutely, please tell me what I need to be doing. Because I prefer learning from experience, making mistakes, just spilling resin everywhere, not understanding how to mix it correctly. Like, why my bubbles not doing what they want them to do? I will be doing some homework from time to time. Like now, one of the biggest issues I have is mixing up the resin, that it will not be going soft on me, like this situation. I got myself a scale. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. We're gonna see if that's gonna help. I will be trying. I will be making mistakes. I will be doing all of this. And especially in the beginning, because right now videos get 0 views, and that's okay. Like, a few of those views are me rewatching it sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised if there hasn't been a single person that it's been actually reached out to, and it's just a part of the journey. And I will take all of these videos as me just discovering my style, discovering some techniques, discovering ways of making it more enjoyable for you, the viewer, at some point actually to watch, and me understanding what the fuck I'm doing. It's just gonna take a while, and I am making myself accountable by saying right now I will not stop and I will not get discouraged just because of lack of instantaneous validation from a public, so to say. And this is just a promise I make to myself, and I wish to keep it. This resin is getting really warm. Still has also like a lot of bubbles. It doesn't clears up, but I think it's because now there is more of it. You know what, I'm just gonna pour it in and hope for the best. If it comes out with a lot of bubbles, that's mean we're doing a redo in a few months. And yeah. I really like the design of it. It's really like feminine. I'm not a feminine person myself, but I do like little things that are cute and like really femme, so to say. I'm quite an androgynous person myself, and it's just something that I find beauty in. But little things like coasters or little utensils or cancelaria that's like pink and cute, I do find a little bit of joy in it. Actually, something that I have seen online is get rid of some of the bubbles with fire. I have a single lighter that a friend of mine forget here, and I just want to see if it's going to be possible. But I'm also afraid of setting the whole thing in fire or the actual flowers, but there is a lot of bubbles. But okay, it is working. It is working. Wait, I don't know if you, and I don't think you will be able to see it. It is doing the thing, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be touching the actual resin with the flame. Oh, it smells like burning. But like, I will try a bit more. It's still working, you see? Oh my god, it is working. Ah! I broke the thing. How did I broke a lighter? Ow, it's really warm. It's a one way, I guess, because it looks, in the places that I actually went into, it does look a bit better. Hey, there's like a giant hair in it. But the fact that the fire does it, sure, that makes it more exciting. The pyromaniac in me, what the fuck is the name? One of those in me is excited. Okay, I let it sit for a bit, and now the sun is out, so you can see all the sparkles. So that's really cute. I also added an additional flower and a little branch over here. I don't know if it was a good idea or a bad idea. It's just there. The whole mold is full of bubbles, and I'm sad about it. But it is what it is. We are working. I'm getting a bit nervous in terms of having 3 different layers of resin, because with my track record of resin that doesn't cure is a bit scary. But we're working with. But maybe in the future we can make a few more of these, like with different flowers. That would be exciting, honestly, to make such little cute things. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That's what I mean when I say I want to have my whole life surrounded by art. Is these little things bring me so much joy. Like, you can't see my face, but I'm just smiling the entire time I was just pouring this resin. It makes me so excited. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. Okay, it's full of bubbles, so hopefully I'll be able to. Okay, I'm scared of moving it. Okay, how about we just give it a grab? Okay, please don't move. Not cute, but we're gonna just like whoop. It still went up the surface. How did that happen? Or did I not pour any resin on it, I wonder? I'm just gonna push down some of the things. Once it's cured, I can't wait to see the other side. Maybe the other side looks fucking fantastic. Perfect? No, but there is always going to be a chance for redo, and that's all that matters to me. I also got a few new molds, which I'm excited to show and actually use in the future. I've used it a bit with a friend, and they're really, really cute, to be quite honest. And I also ordered some more, which I'm also excited. At this point, it just fills in my online shopping addiction, which I honestly should kind of chill. I can't really afford it at the moment, but we're working on it and we'll be fine. It is full of bubbles. I'm so disappointed because I thought I had it figured. No, I didn't. We are working with what we have and it's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna call it a day because I'm a bit sick and I'm in pain and I think I need to lay down, so we are covering it up and I'll see you once it's cured. So 2 days later, I took an extra day because I put an extra layer of clear on top of it, because after first day I saw the amount of little pieces of flour that were still sticking out and I didn't want to have that. But before we unmold this one, I wanna unmold this thing. This is our dump cup, which we've been putting the extra resin into. For the past 5 videos, we've been dumping some resin in it, so that's gonna be exciting, but hopefully it's not gonna be fully squishy. Oops. Alright, it's not the worst thing ever, except this whole layer of pink, because I know for a fact it's squishy. Oh yes, that is really squishy. I don't know if I can get it, yeah. But the color I don't hate, except how straight this line is. And this blue doesn't suit at all, but I just kind of made it last second. But here's our first dump cup. And for the star, it's not sunny today unfortunately, so the shine is not really seen, but I've looked at it, and when the sun comes out I will make a separate one just to show how it is in the sun. Comes out with the mold pretty easy. Trying to keep it in focus, it keeps coming out. This is pretty smooth, which is really nice as well. Okay. Honestly, it's kind of cute. The other side, yeah, it's full of gold. So this is the usable side. On the video, it comes out a bit more yellowish than it is in real life. It's a bit dull and the gold overwhelms it a bit. It is full, just bubbles. It's just bubbles on all over the thing. And because of how dense the amount of bubbles is, it kind of gives it a transparent effect. I'm still not sure how that happened. I feel like the fact that the gold is behind it kind of covers up the amount of bubbles, but like if I put my finger right over here, you could see that it's just bubbles. Well, I give it a try. And now I still have yet to figure out how to make sure it's no bubble, because the top layer that I put in after I wasn't filming, it came out perfect. Like absolutely perfect. It had 0 bubbles, and that's why like the top is completely clear, completely like just beautiful. But then you look over here and you're like, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't call it a fail because it's usable and I am gonna use it, but it could have been better. The colors are dull, so I could have gotten something for a contrast. Or even just having this golden rim without the underneath color would have been perfect. And there is no outside of usability because of those giant specks of mica that are not really removable, but I can probably sand it off. But in general, I'm okay with the result. It's my first coaster and I like the placement of the flowers. I kind of like the idea, but it can be worked on as well. But the quality is lacking as always for now. But thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one.